This episode, we're going to be talking about sipping and stretching, farm-to-table food, farm fresh produce, and macho tacos.
You're listening to the 209 Podcast. I'm Virginia.
I'm Teresa.
And together, we're VNT!
The 209 Podcast with VNT is recorded at the Turlock Journal and produced by 209 Multimedia.
Wow. April, May. 209 magazine.
Eastern Mommies.
Eastern Mommies, number 56.
Number 56. Pretty amazing.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, and such a cute cover. I love it.
I know. That's super sweet.
It's
right?
very sweet.
So, she got breakfast, right? I was like, what does she get for eats?
And
bagels?
a bagel. Now, you know what? I think it's actually a donut.
Is that a donut?
It's a donut with some peanuts, so she doesn't have an allergy. Good for her.
That's good. That's good. Some cafe con leche, it looks like. Some strawberries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Super cute.
Super cute.
So speaking of Easter and Mother's Day, right? April, May.
Yes.
Do you do the Easter thing? You have kids. Did you get them Easter baskets? What'd you do?
I do Easter baskets still. They have the same Easter baskets from when they were little.
Nice.
And then when Easter ends, they miraculously disappear, even though I know they know
the Easter money took them somewhere.
Yeah. But my kids like candy because they're teenagers. So we still do Easter baskets.
I like candy. I'm not a teenager.
Yeah.
But I like candy.
Yeah. And I
would still like an Easter basket. I'm going to tell my mom.
I even do egg hunts for them still.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I still like to do that for them because it's kind of fun and they still appreciate it even though they're teenagers. They still think it's kind of fun. And we always put money in some.
Oh, yeah. To make it more interesting.
It's a profitable hunt.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we usually put a couple dollars or quarters or whatever in some of the eggs. What about you? Do you guys do anything? I mean, your kids are older, so.
Everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gone.
Yeah.
But, we still try to celebrate in one way or another. And if that's Easter brunch or a lunch or a dinner or something like that, and we gather the family, we would go on occasion. Some of our friends would host an Easter party and Easter egg hunt for the littles and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they'd have one specific for the adults.
Oh, nice.
So then we
That's
got
fun.
and they all had scratchers, like $1 scratchers, and then some had cold hard cash.
I know you like those scratchers. V has a thing for scratchers. So did you knock anybody over trying to get their egg? Or how do you do on that?
It was a brawl out. No.
And what about Mother's Day? Because we've got a few things in here in this upcoming issue for Mother's Day. Do you guys do do you do anything special with your mom for Mother's Day?
Always try. We always try to do something. Take her somewhere, do something. Same with Brian's mom. We always try to do.
Nice.
Oh, I can't say Brian. That sounds weird.
Cakes.
We try to do something with his mom too. So, I don't know. This year things are just, things are a little
Kids
different.
get older.
And, so we'll see. No plans as of yet. How about you?
It's still a little early. It's always up in the air with my mom. It's their wedding anniversary, and it's also my stepdad's birthday. So sometimes they're out of town, so we'll have to do something at another time or whatever. But always try and do something special in the way of a gift or taking her for lunch or bringing her lunch or something. And then for me, I'm kind of in the mom camp that I like to not see my children on Mother's Day. That's the best Mother's Day for me.
Great.
I love my children, but I love to be with like mommy friends and have a break. One year I actually went to Bottle Rock on Mother's Day. It was in the very beginning when Bottle Rock first started.
Yeah.
And I was just newly dating this guy and apparently I got really good drinks since I was a mom. So he made me go through the line every time to get the drinks because I told him, I'm a mom. I left my kids for Mother's Day. And so apparently my drinks were poured a little bit better than his. So
nice.
We had it was a good Mother's Day.
I like it.
Definitely memorable.
And speaking of, my stepkids always do something really, really special. I get a mom card.
Nice.
So sweet. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Flowers sometimes. Sometimes we get together and we celebrate, my mom, Cake's mom, and me.
Yeah.
So it's so cool.
It's important.
It's so cool.
It's
so don't forget your mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget your mom, or even someone who's been influential in your life as a mother figure, right? Because there's a lot of those out there too. So
that's right.
Yeah. And this issue has some really great ideas for Mother's Day, as well as spring in general, because it's supposed to be spring.
I know.
Soon.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. I can tell you March 20th, first day of spring. Yeah. Where is it?
Yeah, so a little catch up. March 20th was also your birthday, so happy belated birthday. March just kind of flew by,
March
didn't
was
it?
a whirlwind. It really was. Lots of stuff going on. And, but yeah, it's supposed to be springtime. But here we are. We're April, May. I think we're going to catch some better weather here soon.
Yes.
So
we need the ground to dry up. The ground for our farmers needs to dry up. So while everyone says we need water, we do, but our trees are falling over. The ground is too saturated. There's some serious ag issues with all this water we're getting. So a little bit of sunshine and some vitamin D will be
Natural
good for
vitamin
us
D.
and our growers.
And so is one of these stories, that you have.
Yes. A little behind the scenes is Bending and Trending, written by yours truly, on page 40 in the feature section of the upcoming issue. And a little side note, I personally am a certified yoga teacher, so I've taught yoga myself, but this is a much different spin on yoga teaching because it's event yoga, which has become so popular around the country, not just in the 209. And I was able to get together with a couple of yoga teachers who actually have subbed at my studio because it's a small world. It's like bartending. It's a small world. Everybody it crosses somewhere. But Stephanie Schmidt and Brittany King met with me. They're both event yoga teachers as well as regular yoga teachers. And they teach several different types of event yoga. Stephanie actually both do beer yoga. A little different. So I'll get to that. But Stephanie also does alpaca yoga at Macedo Mini Farm here in Turlock, I believe.
Okay.
And there's not llamas. I want to make sure I'm clear about that because the llamas will spit at you.
Yes.
But the alpacas are very gentle little creatures. And apparently Mr. Macedo, who owns the farm, cuts willow branches down. This is a behind the scenes. I couldn't include it in the story. He cuts willow branches for all the participants so they can have it to feed the alpacas while they're doing their yoga.
Oh.
Yes.
How cool.
And so they also serve mimosas or wine, depending on which event. She does a nighttime event as well as a morning event. So depending on the timing of the event is what the beverage would be. And her classes tend to go about 40 minutes. And Brittany does goat yoga.
Oh, yay, Brittany.
Yes. So Brittany is actually a friend of V's. And
Yeah, I have to ask, what do the alpacas, what are they doing while people are yogaing?
They just
is it yogaing or I don't know? Is that
practicing yoga?
Okay,
doing yoga, yogaing. I guess you could say that. They pretty much just. There's a great photo in the magazine. They just kind of meander around.
Oh, okay. So you don't get on them or
no.
Okay.
Although
the goats,
which they cropped it out, but yeah, Brittany had a picture of a goat actually on her back while doing yoga. So, and she does goat yoga at the Tarmac, which is Blaker Brewing. And so that's where she does goat yoga. But they also, it's interesting to me because, beer yoga and mimosa yoga, wine yoga, all that we've heard about. The event yoga with animals is a little trickier. Classes tend to go between 40 to 50 minutes. Both ladies started in their backyard, they shared, because they wanted to find, both of them shared that they wanted to find an approachable way for people to come to yoga without feeling intimidated, which can be an intimidating environment if you don't really know yoga. And it's like, what are the poses? And you want to be right, which is so not a yoga mindset. But if you're not a yogi, it is an intimidating environment to walk into a studio.
Absolutely. I would be.
Whereas with event yoga, you can be silly. And they said sometimes people just come and sit on their mats and watch everybody while they drink their brew, which is fine too. Like they're good with whatever, as long as they're coming. So both girls started in their backyards and now work with facilities. So Stephanie is the official teacher for Dying Breed in Oakdale. So she does their beer yoga there. And then Brittany is exclusive to Blaker. She does the goat yoga at the tarmac and then beer yoga at their series location, which is, I believe, an indoor building.
Oh, okay.
But she shared, because her husband, you probably know this, her husband is a hobbyist beer maker. So she started doing flights. She would do brew tastings while teaching yoga. So she was explaining, she's so cute. She was explaining how you do the breath in yoga, and by doing the breath and drinking the beer, you get the full flavor.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
All the bodies of the brew. Mm-hmm. So very interesting.
Interesting. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
for sure. Good times.
But when I talked to them about it, Brittany said it's approachable. King stated about what makes event yoga different. Event yoga is approachable for anybody. Yoga can be intimidating. It's only a couple of times per year, and that's something that you can commit to. You're not committing to a weekly class yet. That's the biggest thing, is how accommodating it is in any schedule, because of it being outside, it's not year round, typically speaking. So people can, and both ladies said there are some people that just always come to their events. They don't ever necessarily see them in the studio, but they always see them in their events. So that's actually, I thought that was very interesting and a little fun. And both of them have their events on Eventbrite. So if people are looking for when they can go. They use the beverages as a prop, so that's interesting too. So it's a little looser than your traditional structured yoga, which makes it more user-friendly for the new yogi for sure. And there's a lot of laughter and silliness, especially with the goats and the alpacas. The alpacas, I think I'm actually going to try. I have a girlfriend that does goat yoga, and she loves it, but they're all her goats.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So she's more familiar.
Yeah. But it definitely has a niche, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. And, when I was speaking to them, Schmidt said, it's the most unique experience you've ever had. You just have to come with no expectations because you're in the dirt and you're on a farm.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fair way to put it, because it is drastically different than being in a traditional studio, but it's outside, and it's, I think, very lighthearted. And it is a great introduction to the yoga world.
Yeah. I can totally relate to the intimidating, and you try to do the poses and be perfect. So I started out with the Wii at home.
Oh.
The Wii Fit.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And they did yoga on there. Like, they have different ones you could try. And
yes.
It's hard. It's still scary. So that might be something good to try, huh? Go with the goats or the alpacas.
And the prices, are fairly affordable depending on which type you're going to and the way of the event. Can range from anywhere from $30 to $65. And the $65 one would be one that would include a brunch afterwards.
Oh.
But if you do the beer or mimosa or wine, it's like 2 glasses of whatever the beverage is. And then that's over the 40-minute period. And then depending, people mingle either before or after. So the events that are coming up, for listeners that are interested, they still have time to get tickets. Saturday, April 22nd, Stephanie will be at Dying Breed in Turlock. And then on May 12th, which is a Friday, she'll be doing a sunset yoga with the alpacas at Macedo. And then on the 13th, she'll be doing the champagne brunch, or the champagne alpaca, mimosa alpaca, in the morning. And then Brittany will be at Blaker Brewery in Ceres on the 7th of May, and then at the Tarmac with the goats on the 21st of May. So there's a few opportunities there with these ladies to go and get some stretching in, and maybe take a friend or two. That's actually what we're doing for Mother's Day this year. My daughter and I are going to go to alpaca yoga the day before Mother's Day.
Oh, how
so
fun.
That was something fun that we'll do together. So just really, did you ever venture off of your Wii into a studio?
No.
No. I remember when I was getting trained, we were going to do it at the office. Everybody was like, let's practice here. I was like, oh, sure. But yeah, one of the things they also said is you don't have to know how to do yoga to attend event yoga. And I think that really sums it up. So everyone should check it out. You can follow them on Instagram as well as on the sites of those two that I mentioned, Macedo Farm, Dying Breed, and Blaker, and they promote them there as well. So just something fun, something different. Nice to be outside again and doing something healthy at the same time.
Definitely.
With a little beverage.
A lot of bennies to yoga.
Yeah. Definitely so.
Well,
definitely so.
Speaking of maybe, I don't know. I mean, there's healthy options in restaurants, obviously. There's a lot of food, like I want to say issues. What would you say? Like,
there's a lot of food allergies and restrictions.
Restrictions. That's what I was looking for. That you always come through. You always come through. Thank you for doing that.
I try.
So yeah, food restrictions and things like that. And most restaurants these days have really come around to having something on the menu for everyone. Mm-hmm. So I would say Burley's in the flavor section of the April-May 209 magazine.
Yes.
In the flavor section, a little behind the scenes on Burley's California Bistro. Mm-hmm. They have, when it says local farms to table, they really do. They have so many collaborations with people in this area, in the 209, and they truly get a lot of the produce, the Dave's Meats. I don't know if you've heard of Dave's Meats.
I have heard of Dave's Meats, yes.
To make some of their, their burger. They have a burger on the menu. So they're celebrating 2 years of a 2-year anniversary. And this year. And then they were caterers. They were all caterers, and they used to do big events for like Costco, and they still do catering. Okay. So they were looking for a kitchen, and they found this kitchen on West Modesto because they wanted it to be on the west side of Modesto, specifically purposefully, because that's where they were from. That's where the daughter, Daphne Ryan, she is a manager and co-owner with the chef, Michael Ortiz, executive chef, co-owner. And then Kimberly Gaynor, which is Daphne's mom, she kind of founded the restaurant. Anyways, so they were looking for a kitchen for their catering business, and then they found the place on West Modesto, and then they decided that, you know what, we're going to make this a restaurant. Oh. So they opened a restaurant, and now...
Interesting. Yeah. I'm looking at the magazine as you're talking. Is that an espresso martini I see in the picture?
Yes, it is.
Not that I'm opposed to healthy food. I just want to make sure. But espresso martinis you don't find everywhere. So they do an espresso martini
there. They do. Full bar.
Beautiful.
Full bar. They have a happy hour.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
They have a happy hour, and they have like...
looks like they have a charcuterie board.
Charcuterie, appetizers. They have this, the crispy calamari that they said top seller there. They also have every Thursday's prime rib night. So if you're a meat eater, go to prime rib night on Thursdays. They also, they do a garlic whipped mashed potato. Really good.
Delicious.
And then almond crusted chicken skewers. Oh. Really, really tasty. Those are top sellers too.
Gotcha.
And then they have this one pasta dish that I was hearing about before I even went.
Okay. And what's it called?
It's called cavatapia.
I know.
Alla vodka. I know that part. Alla vodka. Ask for the pasta alla vodka. No, they'll know. They'll know.
Okay.
It's
okay. Well, we'll see if we can help. We'll see if we can help here. Here we go. We're always so good here. Crispy ahi tuna poke. How did you not tell us they have poke? Poke is amazing.
They have the poke.
The skewers. Oh, here we go.
Can you see it? What is it?
Yeah.
Cavatapi?
Cavatapi alla vodka.
See? Okay. Say pasta alla vodka. Or
but
the pasta...
shrimp is before that. It's a shrimp pasta dish, by the way.
Shrimp or chicken.
Shrimp or chicken.
They'll do either. So it's spicy. And you know me,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
spicy. I'm not so fan of spicy, but this was so good. The creamy.
Oh, you had
I
it.
had it.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So behind the scenes, spicy, fiery for me. And she was like, "Really? Is it that spicy?" Yeah. It was spicy. And so I would definitely say get a glass of water. Get a glass of water. But there's something in there. But it was so good that even though it was really spicy and my eyelids were sweaty, I was still eating that.
Good girl.
Like nobody's business.
That's
It was
a way.
very good. So they have a mural on their wall at the restaurant. And they were going to make it like a, they were going to make it as a map.
Geographical. I had to let you.
I don't know what it is today.
Let you.
I don't know what it is today. Something's
It's
wrong.
okay. I got you. Geographical.
You know what? See what happens when we take March off?
I know. What the heck? Sorry.
So, yes, they were going to make it of Modesto. And then they had so many people that had interest of wanting to be on the wall, on the mural. They started just adding farmers and businesses and different things like that.
Interesting.
And the chef did say, if you're kind of wondering what kind of cuisine, they're definitely American. And the chef, Michael Ortiz, he said, "We are like an upscale meat and potatoes."
Oh.
And that's kind of how they are. They work with so many different people. The Dave's Meats, like I said, Zager's Genetics, Fisher Nut Company, Stewart and Jasper Orchards, Fiscalini Cheese, Alpine Pacific Nut Company, and Kimberly Gaynor, she said, we get a lot of farmers in here. There's lots of locals, and it's just a really cool place that I definitely would say, if you get a chance, go over and try some of their
Absolutely.
Some of their food.
I'm going to have to check it out. And
That's
speaking of farmers, guess what comes up in spring and goes into summer?
Farmers markets.
Farmers markets. Yay.
Oh,
Yay.
Gotta love the farmers markets.
Gotta love the farmers markets. And that's part of why I did my little thing about the rain, because I really want our farmers to have, we usually have our garden in by now, and we just don't, because the weather is just too unpredictable. But in this issue, in our feature section, we have Serving Up Family Fun Ripon Farmers Market, written by our own editor, Marge Jackson, on page 42. And the Ripon Farmers Market is actually hosted every Thursday, beginning May 4th, and through the end of September. Now, I am personally not a Star Wars fan or person. I don't want to say fan. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is fine. But I'm not that's not my thing. And so apparently, May the 4th is a big deal if you're a Star Wars fan.
Yes.
Even I know this. Yes. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
And so Ripon Farmers Market is so cute that they are going to do a theme night, a Star Wars Day, for their opening on May the 4th.
How cool.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And
Star Wars is such a big deal, though, here in the 209, is it not?
Yes.
So can I quickly just add a little tip, because you reminded me of something. In that mural at Burley's, they have hidden Star Wars stuff built in the mural. Yeah. So
what a great segue.
Yeah.
So May the 4th be with you. They're planning to have a variety of Star Wars characters on hand to pose for photos with attendees.
Nice.
Isn't that fun?
Yes. I want to meet Darth Vader.
So that's their kickoff night.
So cool.
And how can anyone forget it? It's May the 4th from 5 to 8 in downtown Ripon. But apparently when I think of downtown Ripon, I think of downtown Turlock, how the street is blocked off on Saturday mornings for the farmers market, etc. They, however, host it in the parking lot of at Garden Joy, which is the nonprofit that all the proceeds benefit. So that's where they host this farmers market. Heather Crooker is the market manager, and she said, we think of it not just having a farmer's market, but creating an experience. There's live music, a beer garden, local artists on the front lawn. And one week, there might be painting, another week sculpting, watercolors, and in the garden, every other week, we have some sort of class.
Wow.
So
lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
Yes.
How
So,
cool.
I mean, what a
How
fun,
fun.
Thursday night out, right? For the family. Definitely sounds family friendly. So far, they have 42 vendors committed from all over the Central Valley. We're taping this in late March. So by May, they could have more.
Right.
And they do stretch it through the whole summer. And I told you
How
about
cool.
the theme. Yeah.
Baby Yoda? You think Baby Yoda will be there?
I don't know if Baby Yoda is even
The Mandalorian? I don't know. That would be cool.
Look at you. You know the Star Wars.
I like some of the Star Wars stuff.
You know
I do.
the Star Wars. So yeah, the proceeds, like I said, it's a fundraiser for Garden Joy, a community center garden that both teaches youngsters about sustainable growing practices and benefits local food banks through donations. So I absolutely love that. This is like giving and giving and giving again, right? It's such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And she also said, for Garden Joy, I think the market has really brought awareness to the fact that Garden Joy exists. We started in 2018 and we leased the land for Garden Joy from Studio Joy, which is a yoga studio. Here we go. It's all tying together.
Everything.
We're a nonprofit and Garden Joy grows and donates about 2,000 pounds of food per year. We donate to food pantries.
Wow.
So I think that's
awesome.
Amazing. So,
very cool.
This is one of many we have, obviously,
Farmers
in the 209.
markets all over.
But it's always fun to hear. I mean, I never even thought about where do the proceeds go, right? The backstory of a farmer's market. Who thinks, I don't think that far ahead. Or I don't get that into the nitty gritty, but I love that Marge highlighted that for us and gave us some ideas in the way of somewhere to go.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So May the 4th.
And then, good weather then. Good weather in May.
Yes.
Speaking of another place to go, and I feel like I'm talking a lot about food, but we kind of need it.
We do.
Nourishment. There's a taco fest in Modesto. I don't know if you're a fan of tacos, but
I love me some Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. So in the know.
Yes.
In the know section by Christopher Correa. He did a story on Taco Fest. So in Modesto, they started it and they had to shut it down due to COVID. So they shut it down a couple years.
Oh.
But on April 29th, it will be their 4th annual Modesto Taco Fest, taking over I Street between 11th and 12th Street. And they're saying that they'll see more than 40 food vendors and a number of activities throughout the day. Family friendly. And I don't know about you, but tacos are a big deal. I mean, I don't think I know anyone who doesn't like a taco.
I love tacos. What's your favorite? Your favorite type?
I like taquitos, but taco. I guess a carne asada taco.
Disqualified. You are disqualified from the conversation.
Disengaged. Abort. No, I like carne asada tacos. How about that?
Okay,
or shredded chicken tacos.
Thank you. I was losing faith. You had me going with Star Wars, and then you say taquitos.
Taquitos.
No.
My taquitos. Okay, what about you? What's yours?
Oh, shrimp or fish. Fish tacos and shrimp tacos are my favorite.
Oh,
fish taco probably over shrimp taco for sure. Oh my God, love.
So my best friend, same. She loves a good shrimp or fish taco. So the co-founder, Daryl Wilkins, he said it's just a very fun, family-friendly event for our local community. It seems like everyone loves tacos, so getting everybody together from all ages and all backgrounds is just wonderful. And to celebrate together eating tacos is a very fun thing. It's a great experience. I've never been. Have you been to a taco festival?
I didn't even know it was a thing. No, I have to admit, I did not know. But that's fun. I mean, that's why it's in the know, right? I love that he did that.
Yeah, April 29th. So they also will have a popular draw in the past has been the Chihuahua races.
Uh-oh.
Can you believe this? Chihuahua races.
Well, I saw the picture with the dogs and I thought, what is this?
Right.
Yo quiero Taco Bell? What is he doing with the dogs?
I thought the same thing. But now it makes sense because they have Chihuahua races. And then luchador matches, which is wrestling.
Did you know that?
Yeah, luchadors. Oh. The luchadors. And then they'll have traditional Latin music, Mexican bands.
Wrestling matches.
Okay. Mexican folklorico dancing. Have you seen that? It's so pretty.
Is that what the big dresses?
The dresses
Oh, yes,
and the
beautiful.
colors and the,
Beautiful.
all that.
Mhm.
And then, so tickets can be purchased online at modestotacofest.com.
Okay.
And it says, so he also said, it's all about investing in the community. Wilkins said that it's all about investing in the community to make it a better place. If you invest in the community you live in through the fundraisers and the family fun of the event, it's like watering the grass and it gets greener, and that's fun in itself. Isn't that nice?
Very cool.
Yeah,
That's the
Taco Fest.
organizer said that?
The organizer, yeah.
Oh, so his heart is
Co-founder.
in it. His heart is in it.
Absolutely.
So you know what? The weather's going to take a turn. We're going to get some sunshine, and we're all going to get outside and do all of these fun things, right?
Stuff that, like, pick up the 209 magazine, April, May. There's so much to do.
same.
The weather's going to be great. The Asparagus Festival in Stockton. I like asparagus. Do you like asparagus?
I really do love asparagus.
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
wish it didn't shrink up so much when you cook it. It's
I
better
know.
on the Barbie because you get that al dente and it doesn't, because then I feel like I'm eating twice as much. But I do love asparagus.
Do you do the bacon wrap?
Ugh, I do not.
No.
The guy does. He does the bacon, but he's the cook. I'm not the cook.
Have you been to the Asparagus Festival in Stockton?
It used to always be the same weekend as Relay for Life, and I was always with Relay for Life, but I've never been. So I would love to go.
It's fun. It's changed locations multiple times. It's been at Oak Grove Park. It's been downtown. So the San Joaquin Asparagus Festival is going to be at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds from April 14th to the 16th. So it's like a whole weekend. So if you can't make it, on the 14th, go the 15th or the 16th.
Oh,
And it's open from 12 to 7. And they have a full lineup of festivities, events, entertainment, including a carnival. So maybe some fun for the kids, a carnival.
A carnival?
Uh-huh.
I did not know that.
Admission is $15 for adults, $10 for children, seniors over 65 and military with identification, children 5 years and under. Get in for free.
What?
Yeah, in our community events. It's like all this good stuff.
wow.
It's like, I don't know, you got to get your calendar out, start planning some
So
stuff.
you've been?
I've been, throughout the years, different times.
What's
and,
your favorite thing?
Oh, the deep fried asparagus. And that line is so long, but it is delicious. It is delicious, Teresa.
Nice heads up on the line.
You gotta try it. And then they have asparagus margaritas. That line's always long.
Really?
And it doesn't sound that great, but
No.
people love that.
Huh.
Yeah. And an asparagus ice cream. If you can wrap your head around that. Asparagus ice cream.
Interesting.
And
Well,
yeah.
Speaking
It's
of
good times.
delicious, and you said tea, there's a champagne and English tea happening on April 22nd.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, tea.
Hello. It's to help support the Hospice of San Joaquin with an afternoon tea party set for April 22nd. A classic afternoon, champagne and English tea. This elegant event features table settings of beautiful china. Each table is unique and gives attendees a distinct experience while they enjoy tea sandwiches and small bites. The proceeds, as I said, goes to Hospice of San Joaquin patients and their families, which is so
That's
important.
Nice. That's very, very nice.
Yeah, I know our family has utilized hospice in the past, and those people are angels for sure.
Absolutely.
Tickets for the event are $60, and you can email contact@hospicesj.org for more information, or I'm sure you could look it up on their website as well.
Can you get crumpets?
Well, I would imagine that that's what they're talking about, V, when they say small bites.
Oh, true.
Tea sandwiches? Have you ever had tea sandwiches?
I have. I went to a tea party and they were too light for me. The cucumber ones.
I love tea sandwiches.
Do you? I don't know. They're so small
One
and
of
so
my
light.
best girlfriends married a Brit, and this was the thing his mom would always do is have tea and tea sandwiches. And since it was her future mother-in-law, we graciously would attend and
Aw.
have some tea and some tea. But
How fun.
I love cream cheese and cucumber. Oh, yum,
Yeah.
yum, yum. I love it.
I don't know. I can't get into it. I would
It's
take
definitely
a Lunchable.
not fried asparagus.
A Lunchable. Yeah, no. If they had like a charcuterie at the tea, I would do that.
There you
So
go.
on April 22nd,
Oh, same day.
okay, also, yeah, so if you're, wanting to check out something else, the Twain Harte Chamber of Commerce is hosting a dog parade and family day in downtown Twain Harte. And registration starts at 10 a.m. and the parade is at 11 a.m. The downtown businesses will have special activities for the day. Proceeds from the parade will go to help local animal shelters. How nice is that?
I love it.
And for more details, people can visit twainharteecc.com or call 209-768-6572. How fun, right? The dogs. I don't know
We
if
love
we
dogs.
Yes, we love dogs.
We are dog
And
people.
how cute to see a dog parade.
I know.
Wouldn't that be so cute with
that
the
would be
outfits?
fun.
I wonder if we asked them, the dogs,
Ask the dogs?
Yeah.
What would you ask?
what they thought about their costumes.
Oh.
Did they like it? Did they not?
That might
I
be
don't know.
interesting.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I had a
don't
little
know.
min pin. I got her a little shirt because she's a
Mhm.
little min pin,
Yeah.
really, really pretty cute.
Yeah.
And she hated it.
Hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin has little dogs, and they always seem to try and turn their sweaters into halter tops because they try and take them
Take
off.
'em off.
It's
Yeah.
quite the fashion show.
Right.
So coming on April 26th, you got to bear with me on this one. It's a bit to follow along, but it's absolutely fascinating. The Days of 49 Wagon Train. The Kit Carson Mountain Men Wagon Train and Days of 49 celebration will bring Gold Rush history alive in historic Amador County from April 26th to April 30th.
Wow.
So
Lots
follow
of days.
along. It's a
Yeah.
lot. So on the 26th, the wagon train departs from Plymouth
Mhm.
and will loop through the Shenandoah Valley before camping at the Amador County Fairgrounds.
Wow.
Then on the 27th, the wagon train moves to Drytown. On the 28th,
Boo.
the wagon train will make encampment at the Italian picnic grounds in Sutter Creek.
Mhm.
From 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., there will be music, entertainment, dancing, and a barbecue.
Woo, how fun.
And then the 29th, the wagon train will make the trek to Lofton Ranch at 90 Clinton Road in Jackson. And then on the final day of the wagon train is April 30th at 9 a.m. There will be a pancake breakfast and pre-parade entertainment, followed by the parade at 11 on Main Street in Jackson. For questions and information, everyone should pay attention to this because I think if you're into this could be a lot of fun.
Super,
right? And it's
super
like
cool.
a stretched out thing.
Oh, yeah.
So for questions
Super
and
cool.
information, contact John Carollo, Kit Carson Mountain Men Head Wrangler at 916-769-2339 or Diane Anetto, Wagon Train Director at 916-769-4468 or email 49erwagontrain@gmail.com.
Yeehaw!
A yeehaw and yes,
right?
boy diggity.
How fun, though. I think this
Yes.
would be really, really cool, especially if you like history about this
Absolutely.
area. How fun. That
Agreed.
looks like a good
I
time.
really wanted to make sure and highlight this, and the details are in our
Mhm.
magazine on page 15 for anybody that wants to scope it all out. But that's really something
yeah.
special, I feel
So
like, to our
cool.
area.
So cool.
And honestly, like when I was reading it, I'm thinking, have we done this as a story? Because this
We
would
should
be
do
a
a
fun
story.
story.
we should do a story.
Wouldn't it
We
be?
should go.
Oh,
We should
yeah.
go.
I just
One
think
of the
it looks
days at
really
least.
cool.
And I don't want to go to Drytown, though. That's out for me.
What do you
So-
know about Drytown that you got to think about Drytown? It looks like they're going to turn Drytown into Funtown because that's where they're having the barbecue and entertainment and
Oh,
dancing.
True that.
Don't
true
hate
that.
on Drytown.
Okay, I won't hate on it. I won't hate
So
on it.
so we've got a lot to see in this issue. I hope everybody makes sure and get a copy. If not, you can call one of our many offices and we can get you hooked up with a subscription, which is a great deal. Comes in the mail. We'll be back for May to talk a little bit more about the April-May issue.
And sorry for missing March. I feel bad that we missed March. There was a lot going on.
There was.
But we will be back. And while you wait, you can watch weekly episodes of Studio 209 on YouTube and at 209magazine.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just type in 209 Magazine.
And don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcasting forum,
Yes.
the 209 Podcast, so you can keep up with all the latest and greatest that we're telling about the 209 Magazine and the 209 in general.
Yes, keeping you people in the know.
In the know.
In the know. So to that,
Cheers.